Hello everyone, it is that time of the week again. Today is Friday, July 19th, 2019. We have a new studio, new special guest, one returning for anyone. As usual, sometimes, Mate Toke, the COO of Bitcoin.com.
Thank you.
And
Hey,
Stefan Rest, with his title to be declared later, at Bitcoin.com as well. So lots happened this week. What do we want to cover first?
Absolutely. So, you want to go through the list and tell the viewers what's going to be on today's show, maybe?
Sure.
Go ahead.
One of my favorites, local.bitcoin.com. We launched about 6 weeks ago now, 35,000 registered users I think we're up to. Lots of transactions happening every day all over the world. People in Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, even North Korea if they have access to the internet. And of course America and Europe and everywhere else can now buy and sell any amount of Bitcoin Cash directly from person to person. No KYC required from Bitcoin.com whatsoever because we never touch the money in any way whatsoever. We empower you, the individual, to control your Bitcoin Cash however you want. And that was the entire point of cryptocurrency from day one, is putting the users in charge of their own money. Be your own bank. Peer-to-peer electronic cash for the world. I know that's why Mate's been with, how many years have you been with Bitcoin.com now, Mate?
4.5 years.
Yeah, and Stefan's coming up on 6 months, but I think that's why you joined the team.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, yeah, no, I've been Bitcoin since about 2012, got in really early on, and mainly through developers. So developers were interested in finding out how they could be paid, bypassing the banking system, so no transaction fees, as well as no immediately. And yeah, so got into that through that way. We were working with developers in Guatemala that introduced me to Bitcoin, and that's how I got involved. And ever since, been passionate about it. And
about the payment aspect,
the
huh?
payment aspect, yeah. I had an investor at those days. He paid me a check, a U.S. bank-denominated, New York bank-denominated check for $200,000. I went to the HSBC branch in Hong Kong to go and cash it in. Took them 10 days to clear it, and it took them, I think it cost me like $400 US to actually get it cleared.
And for those that don't know, Stefan was born in Hong Kong.
Yeah,
He's been in Hong Kong a long, long time, despite the somewhat American-sounding English.
So speaking of local.bitcoin.com, we have a special announcement, and it is about our referral competition. So Bitcoin.com is launching a referral competition around local.bitcoin.com. Please visit local.bitcoin.com for more details, but I'm going to tell you about the prices. So if you enter
prices, not prices.
Prices, yeah. If you start and join the referral competition, there's $1,500 towards flight tickets that you can win, $500 towards mobile phone of your choice, so basically you can get a smartphone, and $100 on Amazon gift cards.
So multiple $100 Amazon gift cards, multiple, I think, of most of these things.
Yeah, and the mobile phones, I hear they're all getting hardware wallets these days.
Yeah, I hear we're going to have a big announcement about a mobile phone here coming up soon.
Yeah,
might be something
so stay tuned, there's a big announcement coming really soon. Yeah.
Just to tease that again for the second time or third time. So follow at Bitcoin.com on Twitter for more information on how you can win the prizes. We'll have a link in the description to the blog post about all of it. So win free stuff and bring more economic freedom to the world. Local.bitcoin.com is an awesome platform that is empowering individuals across the planet in every country. So get started today, local.bitcoin.com.
Which is bringing money to everybody in digital forms, to everybody that doesn't have and is not connected to the banking system already today.
Almost left out. It's now available in seven different languages.
Yeah.
So Chinese, Japanese, this and that, Russian, I don't know. 7 different languages. Go and click on it. I can't even read all of them because they're in different scripts there.
Yeah.
So.
So
What do you know about this next one, Stefan?
Yeah, no, we got, most of you will have seen and heard about Vitalik Buterin and his announcement.
Founder of Ethereum.
Yeah, founder of it, yeah. You know him pretty well, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So, he made an announcement associated with using the Bitcoin Cash network as a data layer for Ethereum developers.
It wasn't just a passing comment either.
No,
It was a whole blog post.
A whole blog post, right? And it's actually done amazing communication and support for the Bitcoin Cash platform, so much so that we actually now have tool sets that want to integrate Bitcoin Cash into their suites. So for developers to build smart contracts, tapping into the Bitcoin Cash.
And then by the way, Vitalik is a big supporter of the Bitcoin Cash ecosystem as well. He likes Bitcoin Cash a lot because he knows that Bitcoin Cash is actually usable as money.
And we're big supporters of Ethereum and everything else that works. Like we like anything that works. That's why we like Bitcoin Cash, because it works. All of us here used to use BTC. Why did you stop using BTC, Mate?
Because I was frustrated that the fees became really, really high and the transactions were slow. So when
It
I
stopped
first
working.
Exactly. So when I first made my Bitcoin transactions back in 2013, I think it was. I remember watching blockchain.com on the Block Explorer.
Back then it was
just beeping, and then I looked at the screen. Oh, 2 confirmations within a minute, not even a minute.
Not 2 confirmations, but it showed up on your phone within a minute, right? Or within a couple of seconds.
I mean,
right?
the confirmations were pretty fast too back in.
They've always been 10 minutes. But
oh yeah,
now,
right. But on the
so.
phone it showed up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got frustrated with the super high fees, and turned to Bitcoin Cash.
Turn to Bitcoin Cash because it works for payments.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know, simple question. How many people use Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Core as a actual currency to buy stuff with it?
Only people that don't know about Bitcoin Cash at this point.
They don't. They say it's just, a currency that you want to hold, and it's a store of value.
Yeah, exactly.
And, they
And
never
they need to pick up an economics
use it.
book, because the thing you use as a store of value is the thing that you can spend everywhere. And that's why everyone uses the dollar as a store of value in the US, because you can spend it everywhere. If you weren't able to spend the dollar everywhere, nobody would use it as a store of value.
Yeah, so if you look at gold, and you take gold as an example, for Bitcoin, it's about a $7 trillion market cap for gold, and then you look at money as a whole, it's 77 or $90 trillion market cap. So you've got 10, 12x the value of what you've got just alone for gold.
And gold has all sorts of industrial uses as well.
Exactly, that too, yeah.
Yep, so another thing on our list here, the JETON library, I think is what LIB stands for here. Multi-party on-chain escrow transactions on BCH. Vin Armani, another Bitcoin Cash superstar, an early Bitcoin adopter. He used to be using BTC as well until it stopped being usable. Now he's busy building on top of Bitcoin Cash. So he recently announced the release of the JETON library, allowing users to create multi-party on-chain escrow transactions using check data sig, which is the same opcode we're using for local.bitcoin.com. This isn't even possible on BTC. It doesn't have that opcode. This is amazing. Vin Armani of Coindex says, non-custodial escrow. This is the biggest immediate win in my opinion. Local.bitcoin.com has implemented the first crack at this. In its final form, it will be totally peer-to-peer and done 100% for mobile wallets. This allows prediction markets of all types. Disruptive, that's right. Like, that's exciting stuff. So I think the next application we're going to see shortly is sports betting, peer-to-peer sports betting.
Yeah.
On-chain using these smart contracts.
Sports betting is now legal in the US, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to be really, really happy about that.
Definitely.
And if it's not legal where you are, beg your politician to make it legal. Or just build technology that bypasses them so you can do what you want with your own money.
Yeah. There are a lot of VPN providers out there that accept Bitcoin
Cash.
Cash. So.
Private internet access is one of them, run by a friend of mine, of someone who's been involved in Bitcoin since at least 2011, maybe even 2010. I met him in 2011 in Bitcoin. Runs private internet access so you can pay in Bitcoin Cash. Great guy. So shout out to all the folks over at Private Internet Access. Go and buy your VPN service from them with Bitcoin Cash. So, what do you know about MECENAS? Yeah. So if you think the name of the project is hard, wait till you hear the developer's name. So, it's a reoccurring payment smart contract plugin for Bitcoin Cash. Software developer, who wants to try the name? Stefan.
I'll try it. It's Carol. So
That's
Carol
easy.
with a K.
Carol, that was easy.
Treskowski. How does that sound?
I don't know. We'll spell it on the screen for you so you can just think
sorry,
it
Carol.
Trezesowski.
Yeah, we're sure we got that wrong, Carol. But awesome job launching a new plugin for
Into Electron Cash wallet. So that's pretty good.
It allows non-custodial reoccurring payments. Inspired by the Bitbacker situation, Carol designed a covenant-based smart contract solution called MECENAS, I don't know. Carol says the plugin creates and manages a contract that shifts the responsibility for making the transaction from the sender to the receiver with time and value restrictions. Very interesting. So another guy that's working on this exact same sort of thing actually is a Monarch wallet. Robert Beatles is working on reoccurring payments for Bitcoin Cash for the Monarch wallet. So lots of people are building all sorts of awesome tools on top of Bitcoin Cash. And this is exciting. Like, so much stuff's happening. So another example of that, Mate?
Right, cash shuffle. One of
I
our
love cash
one of our
shuffle.
favorites. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see that in inside our products
Yeah.
really soon.
We're already
Nice
working
talk.
on it.
yeah,
Actually,
we're working on it.
there's
When we
already
pick it up
like
the wallet.
a beta one you can try for Android. The APK is already built where you can
Nice.
try Cash Shuffle inside the Bitcoin.com wallet on Android. It's available. You can download it from GitHub.
Yeah, so Cash Shuffle surpasses 100,000 Bitcoin cash shuffles in less than 4 months. That's the equivalent of $33 million shuffled using the Bitcoin Cash mixing protocol. As you can see, this is
It's
not.
probably closer to 40 million because the price of Bitcoin Cash is a little bit higher over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Ups and downs, right? So,
Yeah, so fantastic service and it's much needed.
yep. Electronic cash developer and cash shuffle engineer Yonald Football stated, "That's quite a milestone. This proves Cash Shuffle is indeed highly used solution, not for nerds only." Yonald Football is another superstar in the Bitcoin Cash
Yeah.
ecosystem as well. And there's way more cash shuffling and way more privacy happening on Bitcoin Cash, more than those other BTC wallets that tried to do the same thing, but the fees became so high that nobody does that anymore. So the big thing, though, I think we should talk about that happened this week. Congress was
Libra.
drilling
Libra.
everybody about
Libra and Shitcoin on the hearings.
of the United States Congress.
That's
yeah.
right.
So
So I think Marcus did a pretty good job, right? It
yeah,
was pretty
David Marcus
awesome.
did awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he held
I
the
might have
votes
given him
up.
the middle finger. I don't know. He really did an excellent job of
I mean, he was
staying
really
calm and
grilled
cool.
really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like very impressive. He held his composure the whole way through, and answered very eloquently to every single question where time was due. Even though Congress didn't even have questions, they were just talking for 5 minutes,
shouting. Yeah.
just shouting at him.
Yeah, so after, fun fact, after the hearing, Google searches spiked for Bitcoin and Shitcoin.
And shitcoins.
They were
That's
mentioning
right.
that.
Yeah.
So
And
we
I-
have congressmen shilling shitcoins.
They
now.
do. It's on. You can see it on
Yeah.
YouTube. Well, there's one Congress guy. I don't remember his name, but he was asking the right questions, and
Oh, yeah.
then he finished up like, "This is an attempt to take away power from the government to mint money or control money." And Dan Mark said, "No, we're not." Well, here at Bitcoin.com, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to empower each individual to have 100% complete control over their own money. And just like today, we realized that the separation of church and state is a good thing. Someday soon, people will realize that the separation of money and state are a good thing. And we're building all the tools for you to do that over at Bitcoin.com. So if you think the separation of money and state is a good thing and not have to worry about what a bunch of politicians are shouting about on TV and yelling about business people about,
And tell you what you can or can't do.
with your own money, get involved with Bitcoin Cash today. Join us at Bitcoin.com to bring more economic freedom to the world, because that's why we're here day in and day out, and can hardly believe how many years have gone by Monday.
Yeah.
So, and I bet you can hardly believe 6 months just like a snap, right?
Snap.
So, yeah.
Feels like-
Any other topics we should cover that weren't on our notes this week? Yeah. No, maybe that
No.
sounds like a no, but go and get started at local.bitcoin.com.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and you can, we already covered it, but earn money by sharing your referral link for that.
Yeah, that was.
We have a couple of viewer questions and comments from last week's video, and if you have questions for next week, post them down below, and we'll try and answer them. So go for it, Mate.
All right, so Brennan says, any publicity for crypto is good news, especially the tweet from the president.
And he posts his SLP address, so
Exactly,
send him
yeah.
some tokens. You can find Brennan's SLP address there, and send him some tokens. So,
What's Chilik say? Hey Roger, I was talking to you. So
Yeah.
big fan. Can you make a video on inflation, please?
Absolutely, I'll make
Oh,
that shortly,
definitely.
and there's a lot to talk about, and a lot of things the government doesn't want you to know about inflation, so I'll cover that in another video very soon, so, including something called bracket creep. So if you don't know what bracket creep is, stay tuned, you'll be
So,
shocked.
just a quick idea. Another person, Jasper, another solid video. Thanks for sharing. And then of course he also shares his SLP token
Yeah.
address. So maybe we're gonna make a Bitcoin.com YouTube video token. And
Sure, why
send it
not?
out to our viewers.
And if you want some SLP tokens,
Yeah.
just post your address in the comments below, and I'm sure lots of people will send you some tokens, and we'll try and send some out too. There's over 2,500 Bitcoin Cash-based tokens have been created already.
Wow.
Yeah, more and more every day. I just made another one about 20 minutes ago. So
Basically, what was the inspiration for that one?
I heard Congress on TV talking about shitcoin, so I made a token called Shitcoin. The ticker symbol is SHT.
Exactly.
So if you want some shitcoins, post your address in the comments below, and I'll send you some. So
We should send some to the congressman too.
maybe we could do that via like airdrop via Twitter or something.
So I mean, this week, I mean, just coming back, you were asking about this week, right? We were looking, we had Trump tweeting about Bitcoin, right?
Yeah,
we had Mnuchin going out there talking.
Yeah.
We had the David Marcus hearing number 1.
Yeah.
And then we had the full Congress hearing number 2. So it's been a very, particularly in the US. How do you feel about innovation in the US? I mean, it's getting really restrictive to be able to do any kind of business in the US at the moment with all these shackles and every time you have to go and invest in a hearing, subpoenas coming through and...
This is my older brother, everybody. Yeah, I think they're right. He's not actually my brother. But I think more and more people are leaving the US because of that. And if it wasn't for such a strong network effect of infrastructure that's already there, I think way more people would leave. But cryptocurrencies are making it easier and easier for businesses. We're recording this from Budapest, Hungary today. Like,
there you go.
Right? Like, we can go anywhere in the world. We were in St. Kitts last week, right? We're going to be in London from tomorrow. Like, we're going all over. So,
I think the meme that you showed the other day about the public versus public sector is it's pretty relevant to the conversation, right?
I'll be tweeting that one soon. It's in my queue of tweets there.
Yeah. Spaceship to no spaceship.
Yeah. But anyhow, the days of government-controlled money are coming to an end, and we're helping to bring that in to happen as quickly as we possibly can, despite the fear of all these congressmen in Congress. And it was really fun watching them squirm in their seats, terrified that they're about to lose control of the worldwide money supply.
And they were dicing between, or sort of very on the edge. Innovation, we continue to be innovation nation, or do we continue to clamp down, right?
And one of their biggest arguments is like Bitcoin and crypto is used for illicit things. Like, what about the dollar?
Yeah. What about all the wars waged around the world with the dollar too, on top of all the other stuff?
Yeah.
But I don't know, when I travel around, I mean, we were in Ljubljana again, coming back, we were there 4 days, I didn't spend one single euro. I bought
Bitcoin Cash for everything.
I went to go-karting and we had a haircut, we went to the Apple store, a hotel, supermarket, all with that's for me, totally a legit business.
Yeah.
Businesses, and they, there was, for them, seamless, no cost associated with those transactions.
My favorite was the go-karting for sure.
Yeah.
That was really fun. All for Bitcoin Cash. So if you're in Europe, consider taking a vacation to Ljubljana. You can pay for everything in Bitcoin Cash. Even the front desk at the Sheraton Hotel.
Totally.
I was checked out at the Sheraton Hotel. I paid in Bitcoin Cash at the front desk.
Just download the Bitcoin.com wallet, and within the wallet we have a map with all the merchants. I think in Ljubljana there are like over 300 merchants.
I think over 400.
Over 400 now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a city that's a population like 300,000 or something. So that's a big percentage of the merchants there accepting Bitcoin Cash directly. So shout out to the team at Ellie Payne Go Crypto for doing that.
They are going to have some really great announcements.
Great announcement. Really soon.
We're going to help them make those announcements. So,
that's right.
Yeah. So all right, I guess that's it for this week's show. But if you like the video, share it with a friend. That's how we get the word out. Share it on Facebook. Share it on your Twitter. Post it everywhere because we need your help to do that. So if you're excited by bringing more economic freedom to the world, we need your help. We can't do it by ourselves. All we can do is sit here and tell people about it, but we need your help to tell even more people about it.
Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, Instagram.
If each of you can tell 2 friends to tell 2 friends to tell 2 friends, it doesn't take too many doublings like that before we have the entire world on board with this amazing technology to bring more economic freedom to the world, and it makes the entire world a better place for everybody.
So hit the like button and the subscribe button
and the bell
alert button.
That's right. See everybody next week.
Bye-bye.